Have you been told for years that walking is the ultimate exercise for staying healthy after 60? What if that advice has been keeping you from reaching your full potential? Recent research has uncovered something extraordinary that challenges everything we thought we knew about fitness in our golden years. Before we dive in, do me a favor and hit that like button, drop a comment below telling me your age and where you're watching from, and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on life-changing health information like this. Scientists recently completed a massive 5-year study tracking over 8,000 adults past their 60th birthday. What they discovered was absolutely shocking. People who switched from regular walking to 5 specific targeted movements reduced their fall risk by 73% and nearly doubled their strength. Yes, you heard that right. They almost doubled their physical capability while spending 40% less time exercising. The improvements were so dramatic that researchers repeated the entire study twice just to make sure the results were real. Blood pressure showed 31% better improvement. Joint pain dropped by 67% compared to only 12% in people who stuck with walking. Bone density didn't just maintain, it actually increased. But here's the part that really grabbed my attention. The top exercise on this list is so simple that 94% of participants could do it immediately without any equipment or prior training. This single movement increased longevity markers by 42%. Scientists discovered it activates cellular pathways that literally reprogram your body to function younger. Once you understand the science behind it, you'll never think about exercise the same way. This information could determine whether you're walking strong at 80 or struggling with mobility by 70. Let's start with number 5. Wall push-ups with a sustained hold might seem too basic to matter, but recent findings tell a completely different story. Adults over 60 who performed this exercise for just 8 weeks gained 34% more upper body strength than those doing conventional routines. Why does this matter so much? After 60, we lose roughly 3% of our muscle mass annually unless we actively fight back. This isn't about vanity. Upper body strength directly impacts your ability to carry groceries, open jars, or catch yourself when you stumble. Stand about an arm's length from a wall. Place your palms flat against it at shoulder height, shoulder width apart. Keep your feet together or slightly apart. Lean forward slowly until your nose almost touches the wall. Here's the crucial part. Hold that position for 3 to 5 seconds. You should feel your chest, shoulders, arms, and even your core engaging. Push back slowly to start. The tempo is key. 2 seconds leaning in, 3 to 5 seconds holding, 2 seconds pushing back. This controlled movement creates time under tension, which research proves is far more effective for building strength after 60 than quick repetitions. Begin with just 5 reps and gradually increase to 15. The brilliance of this exercise is its adjustability. Too easy? Step further back. Too challenging? Move closer. Studies found that people doing wall push-ups with holds 3 times weekly for 12 weeks increased their pushing strength by 41% and improved reaction time by 23%. That reaction time improvement directly prevents falls. The sustained hold enhances proprioception, your body's ability to sense its position in space. This ability deteriorates with age and is a primary reason falls become more dangerous after 60. Number 4 takes us to seated leg lifts with resistance. Don't let the seated position fool you. This exercise packs a serious punch. Recent findings showed that seated leg lifts with added resistance improved walking speed by 28% and stair climbing ability by 45%. Walking speed is actually considered one of the most reliable predictors of overall health and longevity in older adults. Medical professionals call it the 6th vital sign because it's that significant. Sit in a sturdy chair with your back straight and feet flat on the floor. Initially, you won't need equipment. As you progress, add ankle weights or resistance bands. Slowly lift your right leg straight out, keeping your knee as straight as comfortable. Aim to lift until your leg is parallel to the floor, though don't worry if you can't reach that immediately. Hold for 2 seconds, then slowly lower without letting your foot touch the floor. That's 1 rep. The critical aspect most people miss is keeping your back pressed firmly against the chair throughout. This ensures you're using the correct muscles and not compensating with momentum or straining your back. Do 10 to 15 reps on one leg, then switch. Working one leg at a time forces each side to work independently, addressing muscle imbalances that naturally develop as we age. Add resistance every 2 weeks to maximize benefits. Muscles and bones respond to progressive overload at any age, destroying the myth that you can't build strength after 60. Older adults often show more dramatic percentage improvements than younger people because they're starting from a lower baseline. Now we're at number 3, and if you're finding this valuable, smash that like button and subscribe because we're releasing powerful health content every single day that you won't want to miss. Drop a comment below and let me know which exercise you're most excited to try. Standing heel raises with a balance challenge might look straightforward, but they address one of the most overlooked aspects of healthy aging. Your calf muscles and ankle stability are absolutely crucial. Landmark research revealed that calf strength was the single best predictor of whether someone over 60 would maintain independence over the next decade. People with strong calves were 71% less likely to require assisted living and had 64% fewer falls resulting in injury. Your calf muscles act as your body's peripheral heart, pumping blood back up from your legs. Weak calves mean poor circulation, increased swelling, and higher blood clot risk. Stand behind a chair, lightly touching the back for balance if needed. Rise onto your toes as high as possible, really pushing through the balls of your feet. At the top, balance for 3 seconds while looking straight ahead, not down. This engages your vestibular system, the inner ear balance mechanism that deteriorates with age. Slowly lower back down, taking a full 3 seconds. This lowering phase is where most strength building actually occurs. Start with 10 reps and work up to 25. Once you can do 25 with good form while barely touching the chair, progress to single leg variations. This doubles the resistance and dramatically increases the balance challenge. Research found that adults over 60 who could perform 20 single-leg heel raises had biological age markers equivalent to people 15 years younger. Their arterial flexibility was 43% better than controls who couldn't perform the exercise. Every time you rise and lower, you're squeezing blood vessels in your calves, forcing blood back toward your heart. This improves circulation throughout your entire body, delivering more oxygen and nutrients to all organs. Study participants showed 26% improvement in cognitive test scores after just 12 weeks, attributed to improved blood flow to the brain. This exercise directly strengthens the muscles and tendons involved in recovering from a stumble. When you trip, your body's first response is pushing off strongly with your toes to regain balance. Weak calves mean you can't generate enough force to catch yourself. Perform heel raises at different speeds on different days. 2 days weekly, do them slowly with the 3-second hold. 1 day weekly, do them more quickly but still controlled, rising in 1 second and lowering in 1 second. This variation challenges your muscles differently and prevents adaptation plateaus. Number 2 brings us to modified squats to chair. Before you worry about your knees, let me share game-changing research. A comprehensive analysis of 42 studies involving over 15,000 participants found that modified chair squats were not only safe for people with knee issues, but actually reduced knee pain by 58% when performed correctly. This exercise works more muscles simultaneously than almost any other movement. Your glutes, quadriceps, hamstrings, core, and back muscles all work together. The sit-to-stand movement is something you do dozens of times daily, and it's often the first ability people lose with age. Once you can't get up from a chair without help, your world suddenly shrinks. Studies show that adults who can't perform a sit-to-stand test without using their arms have a mortality rate 3 times higher over the next 5 years. That's how fundamental this movement is to overall health and independence. Start with a sturdy chair that puts your knees at about 90 degrees when seated. Stand in front with feet hip-width apart and toes pointing slightly outward. This foot position aligns with your natural hip anatomy and reduces knee stress. Cross your arms over your chest or extend them forward for balance. Slowly lower yourself toward the chair by pushing your hips back first, like you're closing a car door with your butt. This hip hinge pattern engages your powerful glute muscles rather than overloading your knees. Lower slowly, taking about 3 seconds. Lightly touch the chair with your butt, but don't fully sit or relax your muscles. This light touch maintains muscle tension throughout, which is where strength building happens. Immediately reverse and stand back up, pushing through your heels and squeezing your glutes as you rise. Take 2 seconds to stand. That's 1 rep. Start with 5 to 8 reps and gradually work up to 15 to 20. Research showed adults over 60 performing chair squats 3 times weekly for just 6 weeks increased their lower body power by 47%. Power differs from strength because it includes speed, and it's actually more important for preventing falls and maintaining independence. Their walking speed increased significantly, which in medical terms represents the difference between dependence and independence. Brain scans showed increased activation in the motor cortex, the region controlling movement. The exercise was literally rewiring their brains for better movement patterns. For the first 2 weeks, use a standard height chair. Once you can do 15 reps with good form, switch to a slightly lower surface. This increases range of motion and challenge. Eventually, you might progress to not using a chair at all, just squatting to where one would be. And now for number 1. The bird dog hold progression earned the top spot because it simultaneously addresses every major concern of aging: core stability, balance, cognitive function, back health, and bone density. Recent research called it the single most effective exercise for healthy aging. This is the movement that increased lifespan markers by 42%. The bird dog position requires balancing on opposite arm and leg while maintaining a neutral spine. This diagonal pattern mirrors how your body naturally works during any functional movement. Maintaining this position activates cross-lateral neural firing. Your brain coordinates between left and right hemispheres to maintain balance. This bilateral brain activation improves cognitive function, memory, and reduces dementia risk by 31%. Get on hands and knees on a comfortable surface. Hands should be directly under shoulders, knees under hips. Keep your spine neutral, not arched or rounded. Lift your right arm straight forward while simultaneously lifting your left leg straight back, creating one straight line from fingertips to toes. Hold for 5 seconds initially, keeping hips level without rotating your body. Lower slowly and repeat on the opposite side. The progression system makes this incredibly effective. Week 1 through 2, hold for 5 seconds per side, 5 reps. Week 3 through 4, increase to 10 seconds. Week 5 through 6, add a subtle pulse where you lift your extended limbs an extra inch. By week 7 and 8, try closing your eyes during the hold, forcing your proprioceptive system to work harder. Research following 500 adults over 60 for 2 years showed stunning results. Core strength increased 93%. Lower back pain decreased 76%. Fall risk reduced 82%. But here's what shocked researchers most. Bone density in spine and hips increased by 3.2%. Most people over 60 lose about 1% of bone density yearly, so this represents a 4-year reversal of normal aging. When you hold the bird dog position, you create specific mechanical forces on bones, muscles, and connective tissues. These forces trigger cellular signals telling your body to build stronger tissues. Research shows the bird dog creates the optimal combination of compression and tension forces to trigger this rebuilding response. Advanced brain imaging revealed it activates more diverse brain regions simultaneously than any other single exercise tested. Areas for balance, coordination, spatial awareness, and executive function all activate together. After just 8 weeks, participants showed measurable increases in brain volume in these regions, literally growing new brain tissue at an age when most lose it. To maximize benefits, breathe slowly through your nose during the hold, allowing your ribcage to expand. This breathing activates deep core stabilizers and improves oxygen delivery. Controlled breathing during bird dog holds improved respiratory function by 22% in older adults. Focus on pushing your extended hand forward and foot backward as if making yourself longer. This creates irradiation, where tension spreads throughout your entire body, activating more muscle fibers. Studies show this intentional tension increases strength gains by up to 40%. These 5 exercises perfectly demonstrate why they outperform traditional walking for people over 60. While walking is beneficial and better than being sedentary, It doesn't provide the diverse challenges your body needs to maintain and build capacity. These exercises create specific adaptations directly combating the exact ways bodies decline with age. Total time investment is 20 to 25 minutes, 3 to 4 times weekly. Compare that to hour-long walks, and you're looking at less than half the time commitment for dramatically superior results. The key isn't perfection, but progression. Start where you are, even if that means modified versions or fewer reps. Your body adapts remarkably quickly. Research consistently shows it's never too late to start, with studies including participants well into their 90s who still showed significant improvements. Your body maintains its ability to adapt and grow stronger throughout life. It just needs the right stimulus, and these 5 exercises provide exactly that. Before you go, make sure you like this video, leave a comment sharing which exercise you're starting with, and subscribe so you never miss our daily health tips. What daily activity has become harder for you after 60 that you'd love to improve? How many minutes do you currently spend exercising each week? What's been your biggest obstacle to staying consistent? Share your experiences and opinions in the comments. We read and reply to every single one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.